What's up? This is Carcino and welcome to Screen Fiend as we go over Miss Bala, the Gina Rodriguez drug running, crazy shoot 'em up, bang bang movie. Oh my goodness. Ishmael Cruz plays the drug lord in this movie. The only good thing about this movie that I loved was seeing Gina Rodriguez stripped down in that outfit. Now listen. This thing was like rated G. I don't know what Mexican drug lord story that they were talking about that but this was no. Gina, listen, it's not that bad. Mexican cartel. She goes to Tijuana to see her friend who's competing in this Mexican pageant show, beauty pageant in Tijuana. And she's going there to visit her, and she's a makeup artist. And I like Gina Rodriguez because she's from Chicago. You know, I'm like, all right, Chicago, gotta support her. I'm gonna go check her movie out. So she went there and made this movie, and my God, this movie is so unbelievable. And I mean it literally unbelievable. I cannot believe this movie. PG-13. I thought it was rated G. The way now this movie is inspired by Gennaro Naranjo's 2011 Mexican film of the same name, which was inspired by a crazy true story about a 2008 beauty queen and a drug lord. So this one is like the worst version of that. Well, let me just tell you, it's my rating on the movie would be 2.5 stars, which isn't that bad. It's just that some of the stuff is unbelievable. Like, this would never happen with a Mexican cartel in this type of situation. That type of bad. I'm sorry, it's just not gonna happen. She goes to a club with her friend. They're celebrating the fact that her friend's into this pageant. She's there to do her makeup. And when she gets there, old Miss Bala herself, Gina Rodriguez, soon as she gets there, they go to the club. The Mexican cartel comes in there and grabs her off the stool in the bathroom, tells her, you got 10 seconds to get out of here and forget you ever saw us. She goes, okay. She agrees to this. And she proceeds to go on her way. Now, what happens here is pretty unbelievable, even by my standards of believing things. She turns around and forgets the whole protocol of what she was just talking about. She's trying to go grab her friend. They start shooting in there. She ends up getting out of there. She can't find her friend. Her friend was thrown all in the car and they all drove off somewhere. So she can't find her friend. And the first thing she does the next day is tell the police, first cop she sees, I saw who did the shooting last night. It was like, she don't say, I'm trying to find my friend. She said, well, I know who did the shooting last night. They said, oh, you did? Okay. Police said, all right, well, come to us. We're going to go down to the station. He says, hey, I got somebody who shot. She's like, yeah, one of the guys is short with low hair. Now, when the Mexican cartel grabbed you and said, you from America, okay, you got 10 seconds to get up out of here. Maybe it was okay. You should have bounced. And then the very next thing you decide to do was tell on this man after this dude just told you you in Tijuana And you finna go around here and tell this man's information to the Mexican police like they can't be bought? That is too naive. That is too naive. I'd have been like, well, I don't know where my friend at, but I'm going back to America. I got no time for this. But yet she pokes around, and then this story goes on and gets more crazy. Well, anyway, story gets even more crazy. Now, the Mexican cartel again goes back into this action where they come to her house, her friend's house, and they set up shop there. So now they setting up shop in her house. She's in the room, was like, please don't hurt my little godson. I'll do anything you want. Boom! The leader of the cartel's there, and he's like, hey, I had a tough day today. I've been running all day. Why don't you take off my boots? Then he said, take off your clothes. Showing her body. The next thing you know, he's taping money to her body. Pushing her on in there. You know, I don't want to tell the movie, but I'm going to tell you this much. In that sense, in that case, this is the Mexican cartel leader, and you got Gina Rodriguez in there stripping down, seeing that body. And he ain't going, she said, you could do anything, I'll do anything you want, and nothing happens? I can't deal with this rated PG version of this movie. I'm just like, this ain't believable at all. Because he would have been smashing in the first 10 seconds of being in that room. Right, it's 2.5 because I got to see her and that look, that thickness, woof. Man, that extra weight doing her good. In case you don't know what Bala means bullet. So when somebody said they shot 700 balas, they shot 700 bullets. So she's Miss Bullet. Yeah, as crazy as that sounds, if you date a Latina chick, take her to see it. You might be able to smash the same night. I mean, the movie was just so all over the place and ridiculous. I mean, I've seen movies before that was, you know, like, kind of, like, this is kind of bad, ain't it? But this is just, it's so unbelievable. It's like, I don't believe none of this. And that's sad. You almost wonder, like, what am I watching here? Why am I watching this? That is the better question. Why am I watching this? So, that's my review of Miss Bala. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out.